If you want to get rid of your character's poker face, this is the video for you. Here are 3 tips to draw more expressive characters. Tip number 1 is to use squash and stretch. So one of the biggest mistakes that artists do when trying to make characters with interesting facial expressions is that they approach the facial features as if they were stickers that they can just move around, reposition, and give their character a different facial expression. This is terrible. Our faces instead resemble more of a soft material you can squash and stretch to create different facial expressions. So when you compress the face, what you do is that you bring all of the facial features towards the center of the face. One of the most important things to remember when you do this squash and stretch is that the volume of your face is consistent. That means that if you compress all of this material towards the center of the face, you're going to create wrinkles and extra volume that you don't have when you have a character with a neutral expression. But maybe the most interesting thing is that you can also stretch the facial features. And these two together, the squash and the stretch, work to create almost any facial expression that you want to create for your characters. Tip number 2 works on top of tip number 1, and that is asymmetry. Facial expressions look much more dynamic when they are asymmetrical. It doesn't take much. We can take this example of the classic one eyebrow up and the other one down. But if we put this together with one side of the mouth a little bit higher than the other one, we can come up with something that looks much more interesting than a simple symmetrical flat expression. And tip number 3, and this is the one that is the most valuable for me personally because I forgot about this for so long, is that you need to use the body of your characters to express emotion. Faces are not enough. You need to involve the neck, the shoulders, the body, and even the arms in a pose like this one to be able to convey the feeling correctly on your characters. If we want to test this correctly, all we have to do is simply cover the body of this character, fill in the blanks, and you're gonna see how a character that just moments ago was very clear what he was trying to express now is doing absolutely nothing. And hey, if you like the brushes that I used to create today's painting and sketches, you can find them for Procreate, Clip Studio Paint, and Photoshop all down in my links.